Hello everyone, thanks for joining me once again. Today we are gonna do a 30-minute session. That's gonna be exhausting. So we are gonna train 30 minutes of abs and booty, and we're only gonna be down on the mat. And this is a combination out of the 2-in-1 workout and the 10-minute ab workout. So this is day 6 of my home workout schedule. I have free workout schedules on my Instagram channel. You can find them in my story highlights. I saved them in there so you can always find them. And again, we have Dennis behind the camera. Are you sitting comfortably?
Hopefully.
30 minutes are going to be a long time, and he's going to tell us what to do and be our motivator if we start to struggle after some time. We have a small break in between. We even have 2 small breaks in between. And
I think
3?
It's 3. Yeah.
Okay, so we do have breaks today, and I wish you luck and stay with me and don't quit. We're going to survive this together. Ready? Okay. Get down on your back. We are starting with
5, 3, 2, 1.
with a crunch with a knee lift. And if you want to make it even harder, you can do a crunch with a leg lift.
Here it says leg lift.
I know, but in the video I do a knee lift. I think that was a mistake back then.
It's been a while. Okay, bicycle crunch. And 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Knee meets the opposite elbow. A regular bicycle crunch. We're only getting warm over here. Don't forget to breathe. Always squeeze the abs with every crunch.
Reverse crunch. And 3.
Okay, push your heels to the ceiling and kick the legs out to the front. Push them upwards and kick them to the front. This is amazing for the lower abs. Really try to squeeze your lower abs every time you kick your heels to the ceiling.
Leg lift. And 3.
Okay, continue with a regular leg lift, up and down. If you feel like your hip is cracking or you struggle with your lower back, then only stay up here. Don't lower the legs as much. But the lower you go, the harder it is.
Jackknife. And 3.
Okay, take your arms and crunch your legs and your arms together at the top. Stretch yourself at the lower point and crunch together. Very good. You can do this one very slow and controlled. In my opinion, it's one of the hardest ab exercises, one of the most effective ones as well.
Flutter kicks. 2, 1.
Okay, now we do a flutter motion with our feet. The lower you have your legs, the harder it is. Beginners can stay up here, but over time, try to go lower with your legs. Hold the tension in here. Your lower back is flat on the mat.
Scissor kicks. And 3.
Okay, scissor motion. Very good. Don't quit, do the scissor motion. And even if you take a small break, join me as soon as you can again.
Reverse crunch. And 3.
Amazing. Go into the reverse crunch again. Kick your heels to the ceiling and kick them out to the front. Ceiling, front. Ceiling, front. Your hands are by the side of your body to give you
Heel touches.
a little more balance.
1.
Okay, that's an easy one. Always touch your heel with one hand. This strains the side of our abs. And I always feel like this exercise is almost like a break. Because it's really an easy one.
Russian twist. In 3, 2, 1.
Okay, come up. Do a Russian twist. The harder version is with the feet up in the air. If that's too hard, put your feet down on the mat. And then try to lean back with your upper body as much as possible. So you really have a lot of tension here in the abs.
Cross crunch. In 3, 2.
Back on the mat again. Meet your knee with your elbow. Right side and left side. And I always try to imagine. Why are you laughing at me?
You're like on your knee.
I cannot remember what I said.
Meet your knee with your elbow. Cross reach right. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, stretch out your legs and now meet your foot and your hand at the upper point. So reach for your hand reach with your hand for your foot. I cannot talk. Very good. And then always squeeze the abs at the upper point and squeeze.
And down on the
And
left side.
squeeze.
In 3, 2.
Switch sides. Left hand, right foot. Very good. Reach as high as you can. Couple of more seconds.
Reverse crunch. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we know this one by now. Kick your feet to the ceiling and to the front. Ceiling and front. Ceiling and front. Do it for your lower abs. Very good.
Roll in. In 3, 2.
Okay, roll-ins are interesting. So you roll in like a snail, but I want you to use your abs for this one. So don't only roll in, but really roll in your lower abs and suck them inwards every time you roll in. Very good. Suck them inwards every single time you roll in. You really have to concentrate.
Bicycle crunch.
And go into the bicycle crunch. Bring up the tempo. Very good. Stick to your tempo. Don't slow down.
Next time we have a side plank pull in the left side. 3, 2, 1.
Your favorite one, I know it, side planks. Side plank pull means you lower your hip and pull it up to the upper point. You always use the side of your core and squeeze it every time you pull yourself up. And squeeze. And squeeze.
Hold that. And 3, 2.
Okay, hold it at the upper point. I really want you to be at the highest point possible. Don't sink down. always try to watch yourself and stay at the highest point. So this part is super engaged, super hard. That's the only way you train the side of your body. Otherwise you're just like chilling down there.
Switch to the right side.
Remember, even if I don't face you anymore, don't cheat.
I'm still watching you.
Dennis is watching you.
Everybody's going wild on the live chat.
Squeeze the right side of your obliques every time you pull yourself up. And squeeze.
Hold and clear.
And hold. If this one is too hard for you, you can also stay on your knees and perform a side plank like this.
We have a rest coming.
I can't believe it, rest. Hold it for a couple of more seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's take a 30-second rest. If you need to drink something, take your glass of water and
Now
take
you're
a
allowed
zip.
to put something on the live chat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not.
Yeah, if there is somebody on the live chat while we are training, I know that you guys are not training with us.
Maybe we should disable the live chat.
Yeah.
Okay, one leg glute bridge on the right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
So you push one leg to the front and you only perform a leg lift on one heel only. So you only have one glute working, which makes it even harder because you have the entire weight on one heel. And squeeze your glute every time you go up. And squeeze. I really want you to think about your glute pushing you upwards.
Mountain climber.
Remember which heel you were working on? And now go
On
into
the right.
Yes.
Everybody needs to follow my instructions.
Mountain climber with tempo, please. Don't chill over here. Go as fast as you can. Go even faster.
Back to the one-legged glute bridge on the left side. Now,
Okay, take the other heel and perform a glute bridge. And I feel like that's the same for every single glute exercise. You always have to push through your heel to have maximum engagement in your glute. Same for squats, everything else, always push through your heel.
spider plank, and 2, 1.
Okay, turn around again. Cross spider plank, meaning knee goes to one elbow, to the opposite elbow, and switch legs. So one knee meets both elbows, and then you go to the other leg. Amazing one for the abs. One of my favorite ones, actually.
Mountain climber again.
Yes. Mountain climber, bring up the tempo. Core is strong, arms are strong, everything is strong. Don't relax and don't quit. Stick with me.
Glute bridge up next. And 3, 2, 1.
Amazing. Turn around again and join me for the glute bridge. Now on both heels. So watch me, my toes are even up in the air. I don't have any weight on my toes, and that's the only way I can really feel it in my butt. Squeezing every time I go up. And squeeze.
Close glute bridge. 2, 1.
Now I want you to walk your feet together so they are like directly next to each other. And do the glute bridge again, but with closed legs. Die anständige Version.
Can I have a one leg glute bridge again? To the right.
Okay. Push one leg to the front. Only do the glute bridge on one heel again. That's definitely way harder than using both legs. I can also feel my hamstrings, so the back of my thighs working. But still, I always try to think about the glute pushing me up and down.
Left side. 3, 2, 1.
Switch legs and work the other side of your butt. Amazing.
We have yet another mountain climber.
We love the mountain climbers.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, turn around quickly and go into the mountain climber. We want our heart rate to stay up, so we burn fat at the same time. We burn calories. Bring up the tempo. And stick with me for the beautiful mountain climber that we all love.
Okay, we have a rest now. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we take a small rest. Get yourself something to drink if you need to, but you only have 22 more seconds left. And then we continue with some more booty work.
Alternating frog kicks.
Yes. I think we're like halfway through the workout. Yeah, because we have 10 minutes of abs coming up next. Okay, go down on your belly and kick your heels to the ceiling, one leg after the other. And I want you to squeeze your butt, like always, every time you go up. You can do it very slow and controlled. It's not about tempo here. It's about holding the tension all the time in your butt and kicking your heel towards the ceiling in the meantime. And now, kick both heels at the same time. If you have pain around your lower belly area, take yourself a pillow and put it underneath your hip. And kick your heels to the ceiling while squeezing your butt. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Now kick your legs out to the back and flutter with your feet. So we have ab flutter kicks and we also have booty flutter kicks. And again, I want you to hold the tension in here all the time. And because there's a difference, you can flutter your feet at the bottom or you can hold the tension in your booty and really make it a booty flutter kick. Now you open and close your toes, your feet, so you have like a booty toe tap. And again, do it at the highest point possible so you have maximum engagement in your butt. My butt is like not wiggly and soft right now. It's very hard.
Straight leg circles on the right.
Okay, come up into this position and do a leg circle with your right leg. I'm also performing this leg circle at a very high point, so I don't circle down here, but rather up here, so I have a lot of engagement in my glute muscle. Switch legs and do the leg circle with your left leg. I really try to squeeze the butt non-stop, so I don't even lose tension at one point of the circle. My butt is like really non-stop engaged. I really try to squeeze it all the time.
Frog kicks.
And go down on your belly again. Kick your heels to the ceiling for the frog kick. Do it slow and controlled. Always think about the muscles you want to work on, you want to improve, you want to look better afterwards. Even if we look like a little frog right now. And again, the booty flutter kick. We know this exercise now, so give it all you got. And flutter with your booty.
Now booty toe taps. I would have thought if but I'm not holding the class here.
Okay, and tap your feet together, open and close the legs at the highest point possible. Squeeze your booty, and if you feel like it's too easy, lift your legs up even more. Lift them up, and then open and close your legs. Amazing for the glute muscles and also for the hamstrings. Okay, last exercise. Hold at the highest point possible. I really don't want you to relax over here. Hold at the highest point possible and squeeze your glutes. For the last time, squeeze them. Very good. 10 more seconds. If you notice that you are lowering your legs, get them up again. Squeeze your glutes. It's really hard. Amazing. Okay. We have a rest now. I'm gonna get something to drink myself. I'll be back in a second. We have 10 more minutes of ab work coming up next. Okay, we're starting with a basic crunch. So this is my 10-minute ab workout, and I promise you that's gonna be hard. But if you survived until now, it's gonna be worth it to stick with me for the last 10 minutes as well.
Crunch with knees.
And now lift up your knees for every crunch. It's not about tempo for this one. It's about doing it slow and controlled and always holding the tension in your abs. Very good. Okay, we go into the bicycle crunch once again. Knee goes to the opposite elbow. Hold the tension. If you need a small break, take it, but join me as soon as you can again.
Crunch.
Okay, so you reach for your toes with your hands. I mean, as you can see, I'm not meeting my toes, but I'm trying to reach as high as I can.
Crunch with the toes. 3, 2.
Okay, perform a crunch and then lower and lift your legs during the crunch as well. Only lower your legs as far as you can. It's also fine if you don't go to the lowest point down here.
Reach out, tuck in. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, reach out and then tuck in. Reach out, straighten your legs, tuck in, crunch everything inwards. Reach out and tuck in. Very good. Okay. Roll in with your lower body and engage your lower abs every time you roll in. I also try to lift my hip with my lower abs, so I don't only roll in, but I also lift my hip every time I push my knees to my face. Into the bicycle crunch once again. Very good. If you can, bring up the tempo. Stick with me.
Oblique crunch on the right. 2, 1.
Okay, now you drop your knees to the right side and crunch the left side of your stomach. For this one, I also want you to do it very controlled. Always squeeze the left side for every crunch.
Same on the left. 3, 2, 1.
Twist your lower body to the other side and now squeeze the right side of your tummy. If it helps you, take one hand and put it on the right side of your tummy and notice how you squeeze it every time you crunch up.
Sitting crunch. 2.
Okay, come up into a sitting position. Kick out your legs to the front and crunch them in. Kick out to the front and crunch them in. I have my hands behind my butt for stabilization. Also do this one very slow and controlled. Think about your abs. Crunching your legs inwards and outwards.
Oblique crunch on the right. Again.
Okay, now you kind of twist to one side and not as much as before, but also sit on one butt cheek basically and crunch your legs inwards and outwards. This is harder for one side of the abs. For me, it's the left side right now. So the side of your abs are called obliques.
Same on the left. 3, 2.
Switch sides. I'm sitting on my left butt cheek now and crunching the right side of my obliques. Very good. Really crunch them every single time. I'm also moving my upper body a little bit. Okay, down into the jackknife. We know this exercise. If you are starting to struggle with your lower back, then don't lower your legs as much. Only keep them up here. Don't go to the lowest point. That's perfectly fine. Always try to keep your lower back flat on the floor.
Starfish crunch.
Okay, that's the hardest one. We go like a starfish. Legs and arms are in the air. And we crunch together the opposite sides. and we try to not put our feet on the ground. Try to keep them up in the air and do a starfish crunch, meaning always one leg, one arm, opposite side. The hardest one, I promise.
Out, check in, 2, 1.
Okay, into reach out and tuck in again, reach out, tuck in, reach out, tuck in. If you managed to stick with me until now, don't quit. We are almost done. Amazing.
Becoming more difficult. Starfish to jackknife.
Okay. Also hard one. Starfish meaning we go into a jackknife, then down to the starfish meaning we go open and close, jackknife. Open and close your legs like a fish, like a starfish, and jackknife. Starfish, jackknife. Starfish, jackknife. Stick with me, don't quit. Starfish, jackknife.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, we survived. Into the roll-in again. That's almost like a break. Squeeze the lower abs every time you roll in. Do it slow and controlled. Roll in, roll out. Roll in, roll out. Think about your abs.
Hold.
And now we hold. Sounds easy, it's probably a little harder. Hold at the highest point with your upper body, and then the lower body lowers as much as you can. If that's too hard, have your legs up here, but then try to lower them, because that's when it's getting hard. Keep the tension in your abs. Hold for 5. Lower the legs. 4, 3,
2, 1. Plank.
Plank, last one.
You're like a troll to everyone.
Join me for a plank. Your hip is in one line with your body. Don't go up here. Don't sink down. One line. Try to crunch your abs inwards a little bit again. Rather do this.
And we're done in 3, 2, 1.
Yay! Very good. I'm very proud of everyone who stuck with me until the end. I can definitely feel it burning everywhere. I'm super out of breath. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. So have a wonderful rest of the day. And maybe you're gonna think of me tomorrow when you're feeling sore. I'm gonna go into the live chat once again. And thanks for joining me.